How you doing, everyone? It's Matt Electric here, and we're back again for another episode of Battle Stadium, where we will climb the Master Ball tier. We got there last stream, which is pretty cool. We will climb the Master Ball tier and see how high we can get with this team for the remainder of the week. This is the team that we used last episode. I'll be using it in Friday's episode as well. It consists of Liepard, Arctovish, Reuniclus, Abomasnow, Rhyperior, and Dusclops. All the team information is in the description, as well as the code if you want to give the team a try. Oh, God's sake, Lapras. Now, if you are a regular visitor to the live streams, you know I don't like Gigantamax Lapras. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's insanely overpowered, to be honest. Arcanine, Goodra, Snorlax. Oh my God, he's pairing it with a Snorlax. Okay, all right. Whimsicott, Togekiss, and Lapras. Now, how on earth do I beat this? How do I beat this Lapras? He's also got a Snorlax, so I don't really want to set Trick Room up for, but I know I can Oko it with a Fake Tears plus Max Knuckle. Well, I tend to Oko most Snorlaxes. Let's go with the normal lead. Okay, I think I'm going to go Arctovish. Arctovish has Super Fang, which is a great fixed damage attack and to take on things like G-Max Lapras. We've also got an Ice move in Freeze Dry to maybe do some damage to the Goodra. It's a very, very bulky team. Very bulky team. Do I go Abomasnow? I don't know if I want to go... No, who am I kidding? Abomasnow hits so much super effective damage. And I don't want to bring Arctovish. I'd rather bring Rhyperior for the Arcanine. Cool, we're in. I've switched them up because Arcanine... Arthur and Intimidate, Arctovish just won't be doing as much damage as Rhyperior could be. But I like Abomasnow here because it hits Goodra, it hits Whimsicott, it hits Lapras, it hits Togekiss, and we've also got Earth Power for the Arcanine. So hits a lot for super effective damage. I'm fully expecting the Lapras lead here. It's not Lapras, okay. Oh, it's a beat up Justified. Alright, interesting. Do we see an Intimidate? Oh, we do see an Intimidate. So he's obviously just trying to set the game up. I cannot go for the Copycat Trick Room here because of Prankster Whimsicott. So I'm going to go for a Fake Out. And I'm going to go for a... Now, I'm going to go for a Max Mindstorm here. And the reason I'm going for Max Mindstorm is to set up the Psychic Terrain. I want Psychic Terrain in case this Arcanine is running extreme speed. Because if he does choose to target my Liepard here, then I would like to be able to... I want to be able to do this without giving my opponent the opportunity to go for extreme speed. E-speed isn't too common on Arcanine anymore, because most Arcanines are support Arcanines, especially when paired with Lapras. But it's just in case, right? It's just in case. So here comes the Fake Out. He actually goes for Snarl, which is very, very annoying. Very annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Also, I think next turn, depending on what my opponent brings out, I may look to set Trick Room. But we'll see. Max Mindstorm comes out. I fully expect this to knock it out, despite the special attack drop. We do take out Whimsicott, so that is any annoying Whimsicott strategies blocked, essentially, because we've gotten rid of it. We set up the Psychic Terrain as well. If my opponent goes with Lapras, do I set Trick Room? I may look to just try and hammer some special defense down with Fake Tears. And target the Arcanine then with a Max Mindstorm. Remember, we may be at -1 special attack, but it should be noted that I do have my Focus Sash lost though, don't I, on Liepard, which is something I need to think about. I do have the Psychic Terrain up, and I do have the... I've got Psychic Terrain, and I've got the Life Orb boost. I'm going to go for Fake Tears onto Arcanine. And I'm going to hit him with a Max Mindstorm. If I can get rid of Arcanine, then against the remainder of this team, apart from maybe Togekiss, which I think I would have seen by now, Abomasnow is pretty free to run wild. So let's target down this Arcanine. Here is the Lapras going for, I'm sure, the G-Max Ice move onto Liepard. Oh God, Psychic Terrain. Rookie error there. Proper rookie error. And Snarl, of course, is going to be annoying. And there's the G-Max Resonance. I'm short into Liepard. Oh no, he's gone for, actually he's gone for Reuniclus. Very interesting. And this actually gives me a really nice opportunity to set Trick Room next turn. So, I think we're going to do just that. Here comes the Max Mindstorm. I'm hoping we do some considerable damage. Not as much as I would have hoped. But let's go for the Copycat. Let's go for the Max Guard. This also allows us to waste another turn of our opponent's Dynamax. But by just setting Trick Room, it means that Abomasnow and Rhyperior are good, really, in this game. They're going to be moving first. I expect Liepard to go down this turn, unless he chooses to go for another Snarl. Here's the Trick Room. Max Geyser into the Reuniclus, and he just go for another Snarl. Now, I'm very tempted to go for a foul play here, although Liepard's going to be going last turn, but there's not a lot Liepard does here, to be honest. Although, should I switch up Reuniclus here and just save it? I'm very tempted to. We've seen the Max Geyser come out here, so we know that's what he's trying to do. Liepard literally can't do anything apart from foul play, so let's go for foul play onto the Arcanine. If we know there's a Max Geyser coming out, I could just bring in Abomasnow at this stage. It's clear to me that he's trying to take out Reuniclus. Abomasnow being able to resist it puts us in a pretty good situation. So here comes Abomasnow. Activates Snow Warning, which doesn't really mean a lot in this situation since both Pokemon resist Blizzard, so I'm not planning on going for it anyway. Arcanine does go for the Protect, which was somewhat expected, I suppose. Maybe a Snarl could have come out. And Max Geyser should do decent damage to Abomasnow, or do absolutely nothing at all, which is much, much better. And my opponent has lost their Dynamax now. My opponent has lost their Dynamax. I don't know whether or not they'll expect the Earth Power to come out into the Arcanine. I think Liepard is probably going to get targeted quite heavily this turn, so there's no point in me going for Copycat. I suppose I'll just foul play and just get some chip damage off. Yeah, Liepard's a little bit done for once Psychic Terrain goes up, which is a little bit annoying. That's why G-Max Hatterene would work really well with this team, but I don't have one, so that's not an option, I'm afraid. Let's go for Earth Power onto Arcanine. I don't think they'll expect it. Abomasnow is not... You don't tend to see Abomasnow running around too often. The Earth Power comes out. We are Specs. I fully expect this to knock it out, even with the Aurora Veil up. Down goes the Arcanine, which is really nice to see, because I can now... Oh, he's gone for Life Juice, so actually trying to heal up the Arcanine hasn't worked out very well for my opponent in that turn, and we're able to go for foul play. Now, this is interesting, because the Psychic Terrain is now gone, which means Liepard can now start doing stuff. Essentially, because Prankster is now... I'm now able to do stuff with Prankster. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. I'm going to go for a foul play. Or is that... He probably targets my Liepard, though. He knows I've got Fake Tears. He knows I've got foul play. He probably goes after my Liepard here. I'm going to go for the Fake Tears onto Snorlax. I'm going to switch out Abomasnow and bring in... Actually, with Rhyperior's defense, am I better off going after the... I might actually be better off going after the Lapras here. I'll still switch out and bring in Reuniclus. In comes Reuniclus. Obviously, we are Specs, so I had to switch out Abomasnow really in that situation. We get the Fake Tears off onto Lapras. He does choose to go for the Belly Drum, but I'm expecting Lapras to target my Liepard, which is why I didn't go for a foul play. Liepard would have gone last in Trick Room conditions in this situation. Now, what is Snorlax's base speed? That's annoying. 30. Now, our opponent didn't have a way of setting up a Trick Room, so that's probably not going to be min speed, which is annoying. So, let's go for... At this stage, I'm almost stalling out my own Trick Room, right? So... How many turns are left? We've got 1 turn of Trick Room left. Okay, let's go for a... I could go for another Fake Tears. I'm going to go for Fake Tears onto... If I go for Fake Tears, combined with Focus Blast, we knock out Snorlax right now. I could actually see... Okay, he protects, cool. I was saying, I could see Lapras going for Protect here, knowing that it's had Fake Tears hit, knowing it's been hit by Fake Tears. Hopefully we hit this... hopefully we hit this Focus Blast. We do hit the Focus Blast. And Snorlax goes down. Amazing. So, really nice prediction from myself. And it looks like I'm actually going to be a Lapras team, which I don't tend to beat Lapras teams, so I'm very happy about this. In this situation, I think I'm going to... what did we just use? Focus Blast. I think I'm just going to go for another Fake Tears. And I'm going to go for Trick Room. Make sure we're outspeeding under Trick Room conditions, but this looks like a heavily support-based Lapras. And the game is all over. Which is fantastic. And we're able to pick up a win. We are able to pick up a win. So, let's go on to the second game of the episode. And see if we can win again. Hopefully in the stream later we can boost this up. I do stream 1 PM pretty much every day unless I notify you on Twitter. And I'm uploading videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays just after the stream, around 5 o'clock-ish. That is the idea. BST, that is. So, this opponent is bringing... Oh, not bloody Torkoal. Torkoal is so annoying. It's also... It can also be noted the fact that there is 2 stars there, so there is an opportunity for a Pledge combination with Grass Pledge and Water Pledge, which does set Swamp, which would drastically reduce my speed. Which... I'm running Trick Room, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Kiss, Sylveon. Grimmsnarl. And Inteleon. Inteleon, one of my favourite Pokemon at the moment to be using in VGC. Very, very fun. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be Grimmsnarl with something. It could also be... Is there a potential weakness policy activation from a quick attack? I don't think so, unless it's weakness policy Grimmsnarl, which I don't think I've ever seen that. Could be viable though, actually. I think we're gonna go Liepard Reuniclus. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna want something for Sylveon, so let's go with Rhyperior. Do I want Arctovish? Do I like Arctovish? I think Arctovish Rhyperior actually beats everything there, apart from Inteleon, which is very frail as it is. So I'm happy with that and not bringing a Bomber Snow. And that should work for us pretty well. And the only way he stops us from setting up is if he decides to Fake Out or Follow Me. But if I anticipate a Fake Out or Follow Me, then I won't go for the Trick Room. I'll go for a Fake Tears combined with probably Max Lightning. And that should set us up pretty well. It is going to be the Inteleon lead. Okay. I've got no idea what it wants to do. What the hell does Inteleon Sylveon do? Does Inteleon get Fake Tears? I don't believe it does. I think I'm just going to set Trick Room. I don't know. Although Inteleon could have Aqua Jet, which would break my combination here. I'm going to go for Fake Out on Inteleon. And I'm gonna go for a... I'm gonna do Trick Room normally, right? So Fake Out on Inteleon. Trick Room should put us in a pretty good position. Oh no. Please be Sylveon. Please be Sylveon. Please be Sylveon. Don't be Inteleon. Oh my god. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why didn't I just do it? Why didn't I just go for Copycat Trick Room? Copycat Trick Room works out so well for me in this situation. Max Darkness. Copycat Trick Room would work so well in that situation. Why didn't I just do it? Why didn't I just do it? I set Trick Room up there so easily, I block his I block a turn of Dynamax. If I set up... Oh my god. I suppose people don't know what they're fighting, do they? I suppose people don't know what they're fighting, so they're not doing what I expect them to do to counter me. If people don't know what Liepard Reuniclus does, then they're not good. Proper error. Proper error. I've just seen a Hyper Voice. I could Copycat Hyper Voice. I could Foul Play. That doesn't put me in any good situation. I suppose I'll Fake... Fake this isn't going to do anything for me, though. You know, let's just Copycat Hyper Voice. I may as well. And, oh... Is there a point in me freeze drying? I'll go for Fishious Rend. I don't see I'm doing a lot of damage, though. Yeah, I think I've screwed myself pretty early in this game. Copycat Trick Room would have just worked brilliantly. It would have set me up. And next turn I could go for Max Max Lightning and Fake Tears to take out Inteleon. I'm so annoyed with myself. So it's Max Darkness with Hyper Voice. What does it use to use Max Darkness? What does Inteleon even get for it? Is it like Dark Pulse or something? I'm not aware that Inteleon gets Dark Pulse. Well, if you couldn't tell, that's basically game over at this stage. It gets Dark... Why does Inteleon get Dark Pulse? That's so random. That's such a random move to give it. I would never have guessed he got Dark Pulse. I suppose I set the sand. It probably would have been smarter for me to have actually gone for Max Guard then. Or just gone for Protect. But, oh well. I think it's game over. I didn't know what I was up against in that combination. I had no idea. I did not expect the Max Darkness. But hey, we learn from this, don't we? We learn from this. There are so many combinations that you can do with Dynamaxing now. It's really cool. Still not a massive fan of Dynamax myself, but it is cool the amount of combinations you can do. Looks like Solid Rock just kept us alive there. Not that it's going to... Oh, no, it doesn't. We got knocked out. Yeah, so it's unfortunate the way that game goes. But look, if you ever see an Inteleon leading with a Sylveon, you know what you're fighting. Nonetheless, that's 3-1 with this team. On YouTube, should you have a little look at this team? Let's have a little look at it. So we've got Citrus Berry Togekiss with Ally Switch, Follow Me. Really, no flying move. Interesting. Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball, Magical. So Magical Leaf, another move. Which does Magical Leaf hit 2 targets? It might do. I'm not sure. I know Razor Leaf does, but with a Throat Spray, Fake Out. So this entire team is built around lowering special defense, right, and then hitting things with a special move. Brave Nature. You must have used a mint. Yeah. Oh, that's a bulky Venusaur. Interesting. With Leaf Storm. Odd. Yeah, so the entire team is built around using special moves. I didn't even clock that the entire team was special attackers, actually, which... If I clocked that, maybe I could have thought about that a little bit more. And he's got Air Slash there to boost speed. It's a really cool combination. Not the same as my Inteleon. He's actually Specs Inteleon. Bloody hell. Yeah, run a little bit differently to how I run mine. But very, very interesting team, I have to say. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this video today, guys. With a win and a loss, which isn't too bad. That second game was very winnable had I just gone for Copycat Trick Room. You can see how useful it can be, though. Because people do just target the Trick Roomer, but you can protect and still set up Trick Rooms. So I do recommend you still give this team a try. And just spam Copycat Trick Room unless you see a potential Follow Me. I mean, to be fair, right? Sylveon does get Helping Hand. So if the Sylveon went for Helping Hand there, it would have broke it. Obviously, it didn't have Helping Hand at the end, but besides the point. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new, subscribe. Check out the links in the description, guys, for my Twitter and Twitch. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.